Hey, would you like to go on a road trip right now? Well, I'd love for you to come along. I've got my bag packed, got the map. Let's go! This will be a lot of fun. It'll be just like you're here, except you don't even have to chip in for gas. I'll show you everywhere that we stopped, everything that we saw, everything that we didn't see, all to do with railroads, of course, because that's the whole point of the journey. I hope that you enjoy. Come along.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Day 6. On day 6, we started in Fulton, Illinois, and drove southwest along the Mississippi River to Davenport, then continued on to Washington, Iowa. All right, here's a map of North America, and if we zoom in just a little bit, we can see that we are going to be driving mostly along the Mississippi River through the state of Iowa. We're going to be driving down to Davenport. I really enjoyed this drive because you can see we've got beautiful weather, blue sky, and some clouds, and it's such a lovely drive through the rural countryside. I really love to see the big open area, the big open skies, and agricultural lands. Now you might wonder, what are we going to Davenport for today? Well, we're going to Davenport because today, May 10th, is going to be one of the public appearances on the final spiked steam tour for the Canadian Pacific 2816, the Empress. She's going to be here today at the park between 2 and 5. And on this map, you can see approximately where we are, and there are all the other stops that we're going to be on this tour. So here we are driving in downtown Davenport. This is my first time here. Wow, look at that neat walk bridge. That's pretty cool. So over to the left is the river and the park and all the parking spaces. And there's a lot of parking here, except that this event is taking up more than half the parking area. So there's going to be less parking than usual. You know what? I think if we were smart, we would probably just get our spot now, park the car, and wait. Because I have a feeling that this small lot is going to get rather full in a few hours. The Empress is due to come in around 2 o'clock. It's only 10:30 now, but I think we're going to stay here and wait. Here on this map, you can see exactly where we are. You can see we're right by the railroad line. Right across the river, by the way, is Illinois. And every crossing, although it's early, is already being watched and guarded and protected by CPKC employees. We walked over to this building, which is the Welcome Center for Davenport Quad Cities. However, this was the Davenport Union Station, a train station that was built 100 years ago in 1924. Oh, there's that elevated walk bridge that we saw earlier when we were driving into town. Wow, that looks really neat. And you can see on the observation platform, there's a bunch of rail fans out there. They have their tripods and their cameras. That's a pretty good spot, but it looks pretty busy though. And if you look around, this is the parking area. You can see it's very quiet at the moment. Now, this walk bridge is called the Skybridge. It was built in 2005, and it's a way for you to get from the downtown area across the busy road over here to the park, where you can see the water and you can go to the band shell and everything else. So we're taking the elevator up. Yeah, this is a great view. I really like this. And here we are on the top floor. And let's take a look. Oh, here we go. There's an emergency exit. There's a sign here, and it tells you, yep, this is the Sky Bridge. And here's the view. Isn't that neat? What a great walkway. Oh, this is a beautiful view. In fact, this would be great to get some pictures from here. Here's the other end. This is the observation platform outside. I don't know where all the rail fans went. Maybe they decided this wasn't as good a spot as they thought it was. You know what, though? I love it. This is great. Look what you get to see from up here. You get to see the river, and you can see the tracks. You can see across, there's Illinois there. And you see that bridge? Every now and again, there's a train going over that bridge. So that'll be fun to watch. You know what? I think that we're going to stay up here, even though it means we're going to have to wait here for 3 hours. I think we'll stay up here and keep this spot. In the closed down part of the parking lot that we weren't able to park in, you can see that they are running the kids train. We'll get back to that later. And here's a real train. Yeah, this is a good spot. I'm liking it up here. couple of white pelicans. We don't have pelicans at home, so this was fun for me to watch. So here's the parking lot at around 11 o'clock in the morning, and here's the parking lot at 2 o'clock, just before the train came. Yeah, I think we were smart to keep our spot. Now, the train was, much to everyone's disappointment, backing into the park. It actually took more than 10 minutes to back in, so I'm speeding up this video. Here it comes. They parked the steam engine just underneath the walk bridge, so we can't actually see it where we are currently. However, from inside the walk bridge, even though the glass is tinted green a little bit, we can actually look out and at least see the diesels and the rest of the coaches and the other cars. It's a pretty interesting view from up here. Well, I think we've taken all the photographs and video that we wanted to from up here, so it's time to get into the elevator and go on down to the ground. And I have to say, pictures taken from down here look great because look how the steam engine is framed by the Skybridge. Very, very nice looking. So for 3 hours, this area is open for the public to walk around, and you can look at the entire train. The steam engine is making the usual puffs and hisses and noises that a steam engine under fire makes, and occasionally they will blow the whistle. Now, of course, coming to see the Empress, this great big live steam engine, would be the reason that you would be down here today. However, they also had a small museum that was inside of a tractor trailer, which we did not visit because the lineup was much too long. And they also had an interesting area for the little kids. I thought this was hilarious and so cute. It was a miniature train that was free to ride. And everyone, both the young and the young at heart, seemed to be getting a lot of pleasure out of this. That we would be seeing a lot more of the Empress tomorrow as we go chasing her through the countryside from crossing to crossing. Stay tuned for that episode. So we decided after about 90 minutes that was enough for us. Besides, we'd already been here an extra 3 hours before she even showed up. So we decided to go down the road a little bit to Davenport, to the CPKC yard. We knew nothing would be happening here because the line is tied up with all of the tourists and this train is sitting right in the middle of the tracks. We just thought maybe there'd be something here to see, but no, it was very, very quiet because it's all hands on deck for this event and all the employees are pretty much helping out over there. So we're back on the road and we're going to be driving about an hour and a half to the west, where we're going to be ending for the evening, which is in Washington, Iowa. However, as we're driving through Muscatine, something caught my eye.
A giant watermelon.
Yes, it is the world's largest watermelon slice roadside attraction. Well, I love roadside attractions and could not resist stopping for a photo op here. We ended our day in Washington, Iowa at the Hawkeye Motel, which was $89 before tax and about $101 after tax. Very friendly check-in, lovely little room, and very quiet, which was great because it gave us a chance to rest up because tomorrow is going to be a fun chase day, and we're going to need all the sleep we can get. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of what we were doing on this Empress road trip, and I hope that you watch the next video. Like this and want to see more? Subscribe to this channel and you'll get to see all the latest videos. Don't forget to push like and share. Thank you so much.